Every year, thousands of motoring enthusiasts travel to the CECS de Fafe to attend the iconic La Marinha and Lagoa Rally Trial that since 2012 has hosted the WRC Fafe Rally Sprint. During the rest of the year in this area, the Alto de Morgair in Gonting, the sound of rally cars is replaced by the distant hum of gyrating wind turbines. This zone harbours the source of the river Vizela, whose name derives from the Latin term avicella, which means little bird. The CECS de Fafe houses several unusual buildings, for example the Casa de Penedo, built in 1972, nicknamed in social networks as the Flintstones House. In Aboing, we can see a wind turbine from days gone past, the old windmill, unique in the region, which is complemented by the new local museum, visited by people from all over the north of Portugal. In this area, we find one of Europe's largest oak groves, located between Aboing and Vaziakova. Descending the river Vizela, the mountainous zones and oak groves are succeeded by farmlands. On the way we encounter the tourist village of Pontido, which has a number of water mills and a fulling mill still in operation. We then continue to the Quemadela Reservoir, which has a river beach that's highly popular in the summer and also offers opportunities for fishing, boating and camping. The municipality has a series of signposted walking trails with varying degrees of difficulty that offer the opportunity to relax in natural settings, including incredible scenery and places of outstanding natural beauty. On the outskirts of the city of Fafe, we encounter the Castro de Santo Ovidio, an Iron Age fort which is classified as a building of public interest. The chapel of Santo Ovidio, built on top of the same hill, dates from the second half of the 19th century. The municipality has several important medieval buildings, including the Romanesque churches of Arões São Romão and São Gens. Behind the Palace of Justice, there's a sculpture dedicated to the popular legend of the Justice of Fafe, one of the most important symbols in the municipality. This legend is intimately linked to the art of the Jogo do Pau, or stick game, which is traditional in this region and gives meaning to the phrase, "No one messes with Fafe." The city's architecture is deeply marked by palaces and mansions built by emigrants returning from Brazil in the second half of the 19th century and early 20th century. This is the Fafe of the Brazilians, typified by buildings with large facades with many windows and doors, ornamented by wrought iron balconies and covered with beautiful multicolored tiles and skylights featuring interesting wind vanes. The city centre has many flower-laden gardens, including the elegant Jardim de Calvário, built in the late 19th century by the returning Brazilian Commander Albino de Oliveira Guimarães. Another excellent example of 19th century architecture is the Casa do Santo Novo, which houses the Casa de Cultura and promotes numerous activities linked to books, film, theatre, performances, exhibitions and music. The small palace also houses two museums, the Press Museum and the Museum of Migration and Communities. The Press Museum was created in order to preserve local cultural heritage, given that the local press in Fafe has a strong tradition spanning more than a century. The Museum of Migration, the only one of its kind in the country, is dedicated to the emigration movement, which has had a major impact on local life. Another prominent museum in the city is the Regional Automobile Museum that opened in July 1997 as a joint initiative of the Municipality of Fafe, the Verde Minho Tourism Region and the Portuguese Classic Car Club. The Santa Rita Hydroelectric Museum opened in the mid-1980s, the first regional electricity museum in the country. Fafe is distinguished by its cultural activities. One of the main infrastructures is the Teatro Cinema, which after having been closed for more than 3 decades, was duly recovered in the framework of refurbishment works and reopened in April 2009. Many leading contemporary artists have performed in the venue. Sports and recreational activities are another strong point of the municipality, including facilities such as the cycle lane linking Fafe to Guimarães along the old railway line, and the Gilhados tourist complex, which includes a golf course, karting, swimming pools and other services. Fafe's local cuisine is another of its attractions. Visitors can enjoy the famous Fafe-style roasted veal, a local dish par excellence, accompanied by a fine glass of Vinho Verde wine, concluding the meal with an appetizing sponge cake and regional desserts. Finally, Fafe hosts a wide array of cultural and sports events throughout the year, as well as festivities and celebrations, and a wide range of traditional events both in the city itself and the parishes. Visitors find here the possibility to discover the best of the Minho region in its finest visiting room, which is truly a delightful city.